Hey everyone, Chris here. Welcome to another one of our classes in our Yoga for Resilience series. Today we're talking about breathing, pranayama, and we're going to look at box breathing. So we'll jump into this and then we'll break it down a bit and talk about when we might want to use this. So the idea behind box breathing is imagine like a box, a square, and we're kind of going to trace it around. So we're going to breathe in for 4, then we're going to hold for 4, then we're going to breathe out for 4, and then we're going to hold for 4. So exactly like we were doing before when we were counting in 4 in and 4 out, but we're also going to add a hold at each point, and then we're going to play around with that, and I'll talk about when you would want to play around with that as well. And the idea is that it kind of shapes like this box if you kind of trace it round with an imaginary line. So hopefully you're finding somewhere comfortable to be, comfortable to sit, wherever you want to start for this lesson. And we'll just start with just the kind of standard box pattern. And I'll talk you through it, and then we can do a bit of practice on our own. So find somewhere comfortable, give yourself a moment to just get into this class, to zone out from everyday life and arrive here ready to do this practice. And then we'll start. So we're going to breathe in for 1, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, hold, out, hold. So let's just continue a couple more rounds on our own. Hopefully you've got it by now. I'm just going to breathe in, hold, out, hold, in your own time. Make this your last round. Okay, hopefully you're getting the hang of that now, you're getting into the swing of things. So why might we do this and where we want to do this? Well, it's a really good way to just do some slow, balanced breathing. So if you're feeling you need a bit of balance, following that box pattern can be really good. It will give you some nice, slow breathing. And if we go through the kind of sequence of what's going on, so we can get all of that air into our lungs, we're then taking an extra 4 just to let it fully oxygenate all of the capillaries in our lungs. and then we're breathing out, and again we're doing the same. Everything's going nice and slow, and we're holding at the top and the bottom, so it's really nice and balanced. If you're struggling with that, you don't need to count to 4. If you're finding, oh man, it's really hard to keep up and to hold for that long, then just shorten it to whatever works for you. If you want to hold for 3, you want to hold for 2, see what that works for you. Do play around with doing it in our kind of timing, but also play around with doing it shorter. And if that just feels easier for you right now, might feel easier for you forever, depending on your lung capacity, then totally fine to do that as well. You know your body better than I know your body, so you do what feels good for you. Now, we've established this square, this box pattern, but we can also change how we do it, so where we put the holes. So for example, we could breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4, and then go back straight to breathing in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and there we've got a kind of triangle. And we could also flip that on its head, so we could breathe in for 4, and then out for 4, and then hold for 4. So when might we want to use a triangle pattern instead of the box pattern? Well, if we think about what's going on there, if we're holding at the top of the box, so in a kind of inverted triangle, then we're going to be holding when our lungs are full of air, and that's going to be quite an energizing place to be. And then similarly, if we do it triangle like that kind of shape, then we're going to be breathing in, and then we're going to be breathing out, and then we're going to be holding when there isn't much air in our lungs because we've just pushed it all out. And so that's going to be quite calming, that's going to lower our mood down. And as we've talked about, this is yoga for resilience, we really want to focus on being able to down-regulate our bodies, down-regulate our feelings to combat the constant stress of modern life. So the fact that we're always kind of tense or stressed, or there's so much going on in our lives, really using this triangle pattern where we're breathing in for 4, we're breathing out for 4, and then we're holding for 4, can be really good at down regulating. Good thing to do before bed. A lot of people advocate it as a kind of routine. I've mixed feelings about having a routine, because then what happens when your routine gets upset? But it might work for you. So if you are someone who struggles getting to sleep at night, then you could try the following triangle, which we're going to go into now. But really, anytime you want to try and down regulate the body, then this triangle pattern is a really good idea. So let's dive into this and give it a go. Again, find where you're comfortable, and when you're ready, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, out, hold, in, out, hold. Let's go around a couple of times together. Make this your last one. So that's box breathing, also taught us breath retention a lot of the time. Follows that kind of box shape round, but we can also do that triangle shape. And remember, the key there is if you want to energize yourself, then you want to hold after you've breathed in. So breathe in, hold, breathe out. And if you want to do the opposite, if you want to down regulate, which is what we practiced here, because we're much more interested in down regulating against the stress of life, and because this is yoga for resilience, is hopefully why you're here. Then you want to breathe in for 4, then out for 4, and then hold at the bottom when you push that air out of your lungs.